We still don't have any results as of yet, but just a reminder that you can watch our coverage of the votes as they come in right here on Channel 20. And if you want to watch with some friends and have some snacks, you are welcome to come to Salina Media Connections office right across 9th Street from the City County building. We have cookies, popcorn, cider. You're more than welcome to come and check out the studio. For Salina Media Connection, I'm Jason Beats. Hello, I'm Jason Beats, here with our ongoing coverage of Election Night 2019 for Salina Media Connection. You can watch us on Facebook as well as on Channel 20 in Salina. I'm here with Jamie Allen, the Saline County Clerk, and we have some initial results, unofficial results, Jamie stresses, from the 2019 election. So we have 15 out of 54 precincts reporting. And thus far, for the Salina City Commission race, and I will read the candidates in order of their vote totals. We have Trent Davis is in first with 1,542. Rod Franz is in second with 1,177. Carl Ryan is in third with 1,110. James Bowden is in fourth with 1,004 votes. John Blanchard is in fifth with 942. Ben Pruitt is in sixth with 734. And in seventh place, we have write-ins, although they might be for different people, but we have 28 write-ins. So there are 3 people who will be elected to the Salina City Commission, correct?
That's correct, yes.
So the current leaders, and not all of the results are in, but the current leaders are Davis, Franz, and Ryan at this point.
Yes, that's correct.
For USD 305 School Board, I will do the same. We have Ann Zimmerman in first with 1,810. Dana Casso with 1,609. Scott Gardner in third with 1,181. Mark Banderay in fourth with 900. Corey Sherman North in fifth with 884. Alan Litton in sixth with 867. Roy B. Miller Jr. in seventh with 442. And for the write-ins, we have 21 write-ins for the school board race. So for the school board race, there are 4 people who will win, correct?
That is correct.
So currently, the top 4 are Zimmerman, Casso, Gardner, and Banderay. So, Jamie, tell me, how has election night gone so far?
So far, it's gone pretty well. We've actually they're coming in pretty smoothly, so we have a lot in, but like I said, we've only been able to verify and just a few so far, but we'll have them coming up here in just a little bit, some more results for you.
Nice. So are you looking for poll workers for the next election?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because we're going to need more during a presidential, and obviously both August and November next year. So.
Gotcha. So if someone was interested in signing up, how would they do so?
There is an application on our website. They can also just call our office, and we can give them information there. So.
Okay. When do you think the final results, or the final unofficial results, will be coming in tonight?
I'm hoping to have them probably about 9:30 to be realistic. So between 9:30 and 10, I see that coming in. So.
Sounds good. About how many poll workers did you have today?
I want to say roughly 130. We also had, we have great relationships with all of our offices. So we have our computer IT that help us throughout the day as well. We also have some people that work just through our office that go out of the polling places and help us as well. So it's
Nice.
been
good to hear.
Good.
And finally, if you might, it's kind of interesting, the process. You were telling me about this once, about the security that you have. You use electronic machines, but there is a paper trail. Could you
Right.
explain that a bit?
I think and I discussed this back when I bought the equipment in 2017, is what I love about this is there is a voter verifiable paper ballot for everyone. So whether you're using the pre-printed ballots or you're using the touchscreens, everyone gets to look at their ballot, double check it before it goes into the tabulator. So that's very we there's no modems, no Wi-Fi's on anything. And then what we have in our results is everything, we have a computer, but it's not on Wi-Fi. You can't even get into the calculator. That's how secure it is. And our office is the only people that work with our equipment. So there isn't an outside vendor or programming happening. That's happening within our staff, so.
Nice. Well, certainly during the primary for governor last year, there were some counties that had some difficulties, and it appears that Saline County is not going to run into those sorts of things, so.
No, we do really good with our programming. Like I said, we program here locally, and then we do a lot of LNA testing. We work with our poll workers and go through the processes on what they need to do at the polls, and we have a bunch of great election workers that do a good job, and so I feel confident in what we've been doing here, so.
Nice, good to hear. Well, thank you very much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
And I'm sure this won't be the last we'll be seeing of you
No.
tonight, so.
No, I'll hopefully be back in just a little bit.
Okay. For Salina Media Connection, I'm Jason Beats. Hello, I'm Jason Beats, reporting for Salina Media Connection. So we are live streaming on our Facebook page as well as on Channel 20, which you can catch on our cable channel here in Salina. We have some more results for you guys. We have 29 of 54 precincts reporting. It is currently 8:45 or thereabouts. For the Salina City Commission race, there will be 3 winners. And once again, these are incomplete results. But in first currently is Trent Davis with 2,362 votes. In second is Rod Franz with 1,798. And in third is Carl Ryan with 1,774. In fourth place is James Bowden with 1,535. In sixth is Ben Pruitt with 1,161. And we have 42 write-in votes for that election. And all of those write-in votes are not necessarily for the same person. For the USD 305 school board election, we will have 4 people who will be elected to the board. Currently in first place is Ann Zimmerman with 2,840 votes. In second place is Dana Casso with 2,502 votes. In third is Scott Gardner with 1,856. And in fourth is Mark Bandere with 1,410. In fifth is Alan Litton with 1,377. In sixth place is Corey Sherman North with 1,310. In seventh is Roy Miller with 683. And we have 26 write-ins in that race. Once again, 4 members will be elected to the board. The leading 4 at this point are Zimmerman, Casso, Gardner, and Bandre. Then for the Central Kansas Extension District number 3, there are 2 representatives from Saline County who will be elected. Currently, we have Mary Bernhardt in first with 2,242, and Randy Lamer in second with 1,892. Glenn England is currently in third with 1,672. So I am joined by Aaron Anders, a photojournalist for the Salina Journal. So he is here along with a reporter for the Salina Journal and representatives from several Salina news organizations covering the elections here tonight. So Aaron, why don't you tell me a bit about your evening and some of the things you've been working on at the Journal?
Well, thank you, Jason, for having me. I tell you, this morning I started early. I cast my ballot. I voted. I also took some photographs today for the Salina Journal. I went to Kenwood Hall and took some photographs of a Saline County voter, and she's proudly told me how she had voted every year, and she was 70 years old, and
Nice.
she hadn't missed one year. And she even said that she, for 4 years, lived in Africa, and she actually mailed in her ballot.
Oh, wow.
And so she was that dedicated. So it is good to see community members come out and show their enthusiasm on election day, and just to see how excited they get to be able to have a say in our election.
Nice. So I've heard you've been kept pretty busy the past few weeks.
Salina, there's always something going on in Salina, especially downtown right now. I tell you, I have several things going on. There's a lot of plays and productions going on currently. Lots of entertainment. Salina First, the Fridays are always almost busy of every month. So there's a lot happening in Salina, Kansas.
People are always kind of wondering who's working at the Journal. So who are the current reporters you have reporting for the paper?
So we have Charlie Rankin and John Hawks are our two main reporters. We have Arnie Green as our sports reporter. We also have Dylan Sherwood as a sports reporter as well. I'd like to give a big shout out to our photographers, photojournalist Bailey Troll and Trayley Naskin, and also Kim Reyes. They are very dedicated. They go to a lot of sporting events, a lot of activities throughout town, and they do a wonderful job documenting, photographically documenting the community.
Okay. Let's see, is there anything you'd like to add that I haven't asked about? Anything interesting coming up for the Journal?
We are going to be celebrating a pretty big year this upcoming year, so there'll be more news about that coming up, and you can always stay up to date going to our website and reading the newspaper.
Nice, good to hear. Well, thank you, Aaron, for joining me. I appreciate it. And thank you for sticking with us for Salina Media Connections coverage of the 2019 elections. Welcome back to Salina Media Connections coverage of the 2019 local elections. I'm Jason Beets. So currently we have 52 out of 54 precincts reporting. So we are close to the end of collecting the unofficial results here on election night. For the Salina City Commission, 3 people will be elected, and currently in first place is Trent Davis with 2,925 votes. In second place is Rod Franz with 2,217 votes, and Carl Ryan is in third with 2,176 votes. We're still awaiting the count for 2 of the precincts, so and these are not the final results, which will not be released tonight, but those are the 3 in the lead at the moment. Currently in fourth is James Bowden with 1,925 votes. In fifth is John Blanchard with 1,915 votes. In sixth place is Ben Pruitt with 1,487 votes, and there are 54 write-in votes for that election. For the USD 305 School Board, there will be 4 people who will be elected to serve on the board. Currently in first place is Ann Zimmerman with 3,525 votes. In second place is Dana Casso with 3,081 votes. In third place is Scott Gardner with 2,345 votes. And in fourth place is Mark Bandre with 1,777 votes. So those are the 4 that are currently in the lead. We are still awaiting the results from the 2 precincts. Currently in fifth place is Alan Litton with 1,726 votes. In sixth place is Corey Sherman North with 1,651. And in seventh place is Roy Miller Jr. with 890 votes. There are 29 votes that are write-ins for the school board election. For the Central Kansas Extension District Number 3, there will be 2 representatives who are elected on the Saline County side of the Extension District. Currently in the lead is Mary Bernhardt with 3,077 votes, and in second place is Randy Lamer with 2,641 votes. Glenn England is in third with 2,342 votes. So once again, we are still waiting on the final two precincts, but we are getting close to counting all of the ballots for the unofficial results tonight on election night 2019. Stay with us here on Facebook and on channel 20 for Salina Media Connections' ongoing coverage of election night 2019. Okay. Welcome back to Salina Media Connections' live coverage of the 2019 elections. I'm joined by Ann Zimmerman, one of the candidates for the USD 305 School Board. You are the only incumbent running for re-election in that race, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So currently we have 52 out of 54 precincts reporting, and in the USD 305 board election, Ann is currently in first place with 3,525 votes. The closest person to her is Dana Cosso with 3,081 votes. So Ann has about a 500 vote lead over anyone else in the race. So, what are your reflections tonight as the results are coming in?
Well, I'm glad it looks like I will get to finish my year as president of the school board. As I was driving in tonight, I was thinking it's not exactly a moment of glory. It means 4 more years of really hard work.
Right.
But it seems like important work to do, and I'm glad I get to keep doing it.
Nice. What are your priorities going to be for the next 4 years for the school board?
Well, I will encourage the whole board to work well with the superintendent, Lynn Exline, who's doing a great job. She's just started in July, but she's been with the district for many, many years and done almost every job in the district leader, principal of a high school, principal of a grade school, a team member of the leadership team, and now she's the superintendent. So she really knows her way around and has great ideas. She always presented to us before she was superintendent, presented to the board at meetings about the curriculum and textbooks and the teacher training, and she always knew more than everybody did. So we have a lot of confidence in her. So that's the first priority, but we also are doing a big push for a new strategic plan, which means we're going to go out to the community and have meetings and get input from all over town and from the students and from the teachers in all the parts of the district. And then the school board boils that all down and comes up with a new strategic plan, which we haven't ever had a new one since I was on the board. I've been on the board 4.5 years now. And so that's a big challenge for the next year. And that gives us the vision, and which should aim us in the right direction for the rest of the year, for the rest of my term.
So it was only fairly recently that Salina South High School got its new school building. How's it working out so far?
All of the schools are in ideal condition right now. We are the envy of much of the state because of our great facilities. In Central, got half a new building. It's essentially a new school. So we're very proud of our facilities right now, and so we're in a real good position.
Okay. Anything that you'd like to add that I haven't asked about?
Right at this moment, I can't think of much. I could think
Sure.
a while and come up with something great to say.
Nice. So is this, were you elected to a 4-year term previously?
Yes, well,
Or just
actually,
one or multiple?
See, I was elected when elections were still in April.
Okay.
And so my term started in July of 2015. And so by the time I end my term, they moved the elections to November. So by the time I end my term, I will have 4.5 years in my one term. But everybody gets elected to a 4-year term.
Gotcha.
And so everybody, it's not like the city where some get a short term and some get a long term. We all get 4-year terms.
Okay. So thank you for joining us for our live coverage of the 2019 elections here on Salina Media Connection. I'm Jason Beets here at the Salina City County Building. We have the most recent results that have come in. We have 54 of 54 precincts reporting, but these are not the final unofficial results for tonight because the advance ballots are still pending and being counted. But we are getting very close. Currently, for the Salina City Commission race, 3 people will be elected. In first place currently is Trent Davis with 3,358 votes. In second place is Carl Ryan with 2,554. And in third is Rod Franz with 2,538. So those are the people who are in the first 3 slots for a race that will elect 3 candidates. In fourth is James Bowden with 2,096 ballots. Fifth is John Blanchard with 2,070 ballots. In sixth is Ben Pruitt with 1,602 ballots. And there are 58 write-in ballots cast. For the USD 305 school board race, 4 people will be elected. Currently in first is Ann Zimmerman with 3,944 votes. In second place is Dana Cassell with 3,532 votes. In third place is Scott Gardner with 2,538 votes. And in fourth place is Mark Bandre with 2,043 votes. So those are the first 4 people in a race that will elect 4 people. So we're still waiting on some ballots. Currently in fifth is Alan Litton with 1,962 votes. In sixth is Corey Sherman North with 1,800 votes. And in seventh is Roy Miller Jr. with 940 votes. There were 33 write-in votes cast in the 305 school board race. For the Central Kansas Extension District Number 3, 2 people will be elected to represent Saline County. The current leaders in that race are Mary Bernhardt with 3,365 votes and Randy Lamer with 2,857 votes. Glenn England is currently in third with 2,595 votes. So we're not quite done yet tonight. We're still waiting on the advance ballots to be counted, but that's where we stand as of 9:40 on Election Night 2019. I'm Jason Beets, reporting for Salina Media Connection. So, welcome back to Salina Media Connection's live coverage of the results from the 2019 local elections here from the Salina City County Building. I'm Jason Beets, and I'm joined by Jamie Allen, Saline County Clerk. So, we're getting close to the end of the night. We have all 54 precincts reporting. We've gone through the advanced ballots. What's left to be done?
We actually are still working on about 35 to 40 of our advanced ballots out from the townships that our resolution board is still working on. So that's about all we have left, so.
Okay. And so you think that'll take maybe another 10, 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, they're working on the last little bit, so.
Gotcha. So for the Salina City Commission, 3 people will be elected. Currently in first place by a mile is Trent Davis with 3,877 votes. He has almost 1,000 more votes than the second place finisher Carl Ryan with 2,980 votes. In third is Rod Franz with 2,898 votes. And so those are the top 3 currently for the Salina City Commission race that it will elect 3 members to the board. Currently in fourth place is John Blanchard with 2,372 votes. In fifth place is James Bowden, with 2,367 votes. And in sixth place is Ben Pruitt with 1,811 votes. And we had 74 write-in votes for that race. for the USD 305 school board race, currently in first place is Ann Zimmerman with 4,552 votes. She's about 500 votes ahead of second-place finisher Dana Cassow with 4,047 votes. Third place is Scott Gardner with 2,890 votes. And in fourth place is Mark Bandre with 2,264 votes. So those are the top four finishers for the school board race, which will elect 4 members. Currently in fifth is Alan Litton with 2,209 votes. Sixth place is Corey Sherman Smith with 2,065 votes. And seventh place is Roy Miller Jr. with 1,089 votes. There were 49 write-in votes for the school board race. Then for the Central Kansas Extension District number 3, they will be electing 2 representatives from Saline County. In first place is Mary Bernhardt with 3,892 votes. In second place is Randy Lamer with 3,187 votes. Those are the current top 2 finishers for the race that will elect 2 members. In third place currently is Glenn England with 2,875 votes, and there were 55 write-in votes for that race. So once again, turning to Jamie Allen, Saline County Clerk, how has election night 2019 gone?
I think it's gone well. Obviously, with this new reporting and software that we have, it's kind of new, so it takes a little bit of time, but it's been going great, and I think my staff, as well as all the election workers that have helped us, have done a good job to help expedite this. I think getting close to 10 o'clock, I think that's a pretty good time to get the results out, so.
Yes, definitely. So we didn't actually have many candidates here at the City-County building this evening. We interviewed Ann Zimmerman earlier. If you want to find that on the Salina Media Connection Facebook page, you can do so there. But here at the City-County building, we pretty much had the entirety of the Salina Press Corps. We had Salina Media Connection, the Salina Journal, KSAL, and Salina Post. So how many years have you been helping out in one way or another with elections here in Saline County?
I've been with the county 23 years, but I've only been in the election office since 2011, so.
Okay. So are there normally more or fewer people kind of waiting here at the building awaiting the results?
I think since we've gotten the new equipment, we've been able to get those results out sooner. So I think we're having fewer and fewer people that are here because I get them on the website pretty quickly between getting my reports ran and getting them down here to you guys and on the website kind of roughly about the same time. So I think fewer and fewer people are coming down here to, but I appreciate them coming down here too because I love talking to them and seeing everybody but right now we're at 20% turnout. We do have obviously some write-ins. We'll have some provisional ballots and we'll have some of the hand counts that will need to be done, but yeah, we'll have those done hopefully the next couple of days, so.
Right. So 20%, how does that typically compare to local elections held in Saline County?
I think our last one, we were right around 18%, so I think 20%, I was kind of estimating 21, so it was kind of right in where I was thinking, especially with obviously having candidates on the ballot kind of help increase turnout, and also the constitutional amendment, I think, brought out a bunch of people too.
Okay. So if people are looking for information on upcoming elections, how would they find your website?
It's on the Saline.org website, and you just go to the election office. And the current elections I will be updating right after we canvass this election. So.
Right. When will the final results, the official results as opposed to tonight's unofficial results, be finalized?
These are unofficial until canvass. Canvass will be on the 18th of November. We start actually a new thing this year. We have a post-election audit that will actually start at 8:30 in the morning. So we'll be doing a random drawing of 2 contested races, and a random precinct, and we'll be doing a manual post-election audit for that, and then we'll do the canvass on the 18th. Okay. So they'll be out right after that. So.
Gotcha. So the 2020 election, what are some of the races that will be on the ballot next year?
Next year, we have 2 county commissioners that will be up. We have Commission District 2 and Commission District 3. We will have my office, so the county clerk. Our sheriff will be up, the county treasurer, the register of deeds. Obviously, you'll have some state and national, but all of the 3 House districts will be up, our state senate, our state school board, we're District 6. And obviously, like I said, the Senate and the state Senate, so.
Right. As well as the presidential race, of course.
Presidential, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kind of I'm still in the local mindset. I
No,
haven't
I
made
hear
it there yet.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared yet for next year. So,
So once again, if people are interested in signing up to be election workers for next year, I'm sure they'll be welcoming all the help they can get.
absolutely, yeah. We have a great crew that if you're new and haven't done it before, you're going to be working with people who have done it before. So, it might sound intimidating to do it in a presidential year, but we have a lot of great people that are out there and they all work together really well and they'll help anyone that's new and, but I think it's a lot of fun, so I think they'll enjoy it. And it's customer service is what we do, so making sure they have a great voting experience while they're out there, so.
Anything you'd like to add I haven't asked about?
Actually, yes, I was pretty happy. We did a little thing for kids this year. This was our first year doing it. I actually got future voter stickers.
Nice.
So at all the polling places, they have future voters, and all of the kids got a ballot if they wanted one. So they got their own little paper ballot that had their instructions, and it asked for their favorite pizza topping and their favorite animal, and they were actually able to write in and cast their ballot if they want to. So once we get these results canvassed, I think I'm going to put those together too, because the kids were putting them in the ballot boxes, and I think that makes that conversation at home. They can understand the process and hopefully be a future voter in just a few years from now, so.
Nice. And so will the election from the kids and the fun topics, will that be on your website as well?
Yes, I'm going to put that on the website, because
Nice.
I think if they have somewhere to go look, kids are on the websites probably more than we all are, but I think they'll be excited to see what their results are.
Okay. So once again, thanks to Jamie Allen for joining me here on Salina Media Connection, and thanks for all of you from watching at home. Welcome back to Salina Media Connection's live coverage of the results from Election 2019. This will be our final election update for the night. We have the final unofficial results for today. All of the other news organizations have gone home for the night, but we are here giving you the final totals of the day. So, we have 54 precincts reporting, and we have the voter turnout currently calculated at 20.4%. For the race for the Salina City Commission, 3 people will be elected. The current 3 leaders in the race are Trent Davis, Carl Ryan, and Rod Franz. Specifically, Trent Davis has 3,893 votes. Carl Ryan has 2,989 votes, and Rod Franz has 2,908 votes. In 4th place in that race is John Blanchard with 2,380 votes. 5th place is James Bowden with 2,377 votes. 6th place is Ben Pruitt with 1,818 votes. And there are 75 write-in votes in that race. For the race for USD 305 School Board, 4 people will be elected. The current top 4 in that race are Ann Zimmerman, Dana Casso, Scott Gardner, and Mark Bandre. Specifically, Ann Zimmerman has 4,593 votes. Dana Casso has 4,077 votes. Scott Gardner has 2,917 votes. And Mark Bandre has 2,281 votes. Coming in 5th in the race would be Alan Linton with 2,228 votes. Sixth place is Corey Sherman North with 2,079 votes. And in seventh place is Roy Miller Jr. with 1,097 votes. There were 49 write-in votes for that race. For the Central Kansas Extension District number 3, they were electing 2 people to represent Saline County. Currently in the lead are Mary Bernhardt and Randy Lamer. Mary Bernhardt has 3,973 votes. Randy Lamer has 3,239 votes. Glenn England is in third with 2,922 votes, and there were 55 write-in votes in that race. So, that is the final unofficial results for the night in the November 5th, 2019 local elections here in Salina and Saline County. It is almost 11 o'clock. This is our last election update for the night. Thank you all for joining us for our coverage of the 2019 election, and have a good night.